the gate of mercy. According to Jewish tradition, the Messiah will enter Jerusalem through this gate.
In the ancient city of Jerusalem, where centuries of prophecy, history, and mystery come together, something strange appears to be happening. The Eastern Gate, also known as the Golden Gate or the Gate of Mercy, has been sealed for centuries. But now, eyewitness reports, satellite footage, and ground-level observations seem to suggest something astonishing. The sealed gate is moving. For many, this news is just another unexplained phenomenon. But for believers and those who understand the biblical significance of Jerusalem's Eastern Gate, this could be something far more profound. Could this be a divine sign? Could we be approaching the return of Jesus Christ, the long-awaited Messiah? Before we continue, we invite you to subscribe to our channel for more deep, calm, and spiritually insightful videos like this. We aim to keep everything simple, biblical, and prayerfully grounded. Let's explore this mystery together. The Eastern Gate of Jerusalem holds a unique place in biblical prophecy and Jewish, Christian, and Islamic traditions. Built during the Byzantine period and reconstructed in the 16th century under Ottoman rule, the gate faces the Mount of Olives and the Kidron Valley, and it leads directly to the Temple Mount. According to Ezekiel chapter 44 verse 1-2, this gate was to be shut and not opened again until a future divine moment. Then he brought me back, the way of the gate of the outward sanctuary which looks toward the east, and it was shut. Then said the Lord unto me, This gate shall be shut, it shall not be opened, and no man shall enter in by it, because the Lord, the God of Israel, hath entered in by it, therefore it shall be shut. Ezekiel chapter 44 verse 1-2. The sealing of this gate is seen by many as the physical fulfillment of this prophecy. It was closed in 1541 by Ottoman Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent and has remained sealed ever since, as if awaiting a future moment when only the Lord himself would enter. Now in 2025, some recent observations have stunned the faith and archaeology communities. Reports are emerging from Christian tour guides, Israeli watchers, and even local residents that the stonework on the Eastern Gate appears to be shifting. Some have recorded footage showing hairline separations between the stones, while others have noted unusual tremors or vibrations from within the ancient wall. No heavy machinery has been used. No official excavation is ongoing. Still, something appears to be happening. Skeptics may suggest that these movements are simply the result of time, erosion, or natural wear. But many others are pointing to Scripture, that this movement might not be accidental, but a sign from heaven. Why is this specific gate important when we talk about the second coming of Jesus? In Zechariah chapter 14 verse 4, it is written, On that day his feet shall stand on the Mount of Olives, which is before Jerusalem on the east. This verse clearly indicates that when the Lord returns, he will stand upon the Mount of Olives, directly opposite the sealed Eastern Gate. And if you walk through the layout of Jerusalem today, you'll notice something deeply prophetic. The Mount of Olives aligns perfectly with the Eastern Gate, leading straight to the Temple Mount. Many Christians believe that when Jesus returns, he will descend upon the Mount of Olives and enter Jerusalem through the Eastern Gate, the very gate that is currently sealed and apparently starting to move. There are many layers to this moment that deserve reflection. First, if we look at the symbolism of the sealed gate, it speaks of something being reserved, holy, and untouched, just as the Messiah is to be set apart for a divine purpose. The gate being sealed for so long represents both the waiting and watching that believers have endured for centuries. Secondly, the movement of the gate, especially if confirmed, could be a sign of spiritual shifting. In Matthew chapter 24 verse 33, Jesus said, So you also, when you see all these things, know that it is near, at the doors. Could it be that the sealed Eastern Gate is the very door that Jesus was alluding to? Interestingly, in addition to being sealed with stone, the gate has also been spiritually guarded. A Muslim cemetery was established directly in front of it, possibly as an attempt to prevent the Jewish Messiah, a priestly figure, from entering, since Jewish priests, Kohanim, traditionally cannot walk over graves. But can man ever block the will of God? Psalm chapter 24 verse 7 declares, "Lift up your heads, O gates, and be lifted up, O ancient doors, that the King of glory may come in." The Lord will not be stopped by cement, stone, or burial grounds. When the moment comes, he will enter. Apart from Jerusalem, the entire world seems to be moving in a prophetic direction. We see wars and rumors of wars, natural disasters, moral collapse, global deception, and increasing hatred for the truth. Jesus warned of such signs in Matthew 24, and many today are feeling that these events are not random, but are birth pains of something greater, his glorious return. The moving of the Eastern Gate may be a physical echo of what is happening spiritually across the world. A stirring, a shaking, a preparation. In Luke chapter 21 verse 28, Jesus gave this simple but powerful instruction. "Now, when these things begin to happen, look up and lift up your heads, because your redemption draws near." As believers, we are called not just to know prophecy, but to live in readiness. That means keeping our hearts pure, walking closely with Christ, and spreading the gospel while there is still time. We don't claim to know the exact day or hour of the Lord's return, for Jesus himself said in Matthew chapter 24 verse 36, "But of that day and hour no one knows, not even the angels of heaven, but my Father only." Still, he did tell us to watch, to stay awake, and to understand the signs of the times. If the Eastern Gate is indeed shifting or opening, we must take it seriously, not as a sensational claim, but as a gentle knock from the Lord on the door of our hearts. Something is happening, and it's not just stones that are moving. The Spirit of God is awakening his people. So what now? Should we panic? The return of Jesus should never cause fear for the faithful. Only hope, joy, and preparation. We must pray, seek God's face more deeply, and share his love with a world that desperately needs it. Let's be like the wise virgins in Matthew 25, who kept their lamps full of oil, watching and waiting for the bridegroom. If the Eastern Gate is truly beginning to open, or even if it's just a reminder, it's time to wake up, look up, and lift up our voices in praise. Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. Matthew chapter 23 verse 39. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more biblical insights, prophetic updates, and spiritual encouragement. Share this video with friends and loved ones, not to create fear, but to stir faith. Jesus is coming soon. Let's be ready. God bless you.